How's it going? I'm Ryan. Today I'm going to go over the two trades that I took on NQ. Took two shorts. One was a loss, one was a win. We end the day up slightly green. We are up $89 on the day. So small green day. We'll take it. Let's go over the two trades that I took and what I was watching. Starting off on the 15-minute. We're coming into the day. We have pre-market low here, pre-market high here. Previous day high day, previous day low day, and then just kind of a 15-minute level that I have. That's NQ. ES, same thing, right? We had pre-market low, pre-market high, we're within that range. We had a level kind of right in the middle of that range, a level right below that pre-market low, and then we have the highs and lows of the previous day, which are we're pretty far away from those. We're kind of smack dab in the middle of previous day's price action. Let's take a look at this and see why I took what I was taking, why I took the trade that I took, and I'll talk about the risk and reward and all that, etc. So the first trade that I took was on NQ. NQ broke below pre-market low, closed below on the 5-minute, retested, closed weak on the 5-minute. Then we got another retest and I entered short. I entered short here and I was trying to get a first take profit at low a day and then hold a runner. My stop loss was just above where the 13 EMA was at the time, so it was about 922. And that was kind of my first mistake. So I entered it pre-market low instead of waiting for the EMA touch. And consequently, we kind of wedged. We formed like a bit of a bear flag here. It popped up and just barely stopped me out by like 2 points, and then it dropped. So I took a loss here. That could have been avoidable had I had a better entry. Then my risk to reward never would have, or my risk would have not triggered because I would have had a better entry, right? And a better entry would have been more reward as well because I would have been, further from my take profit target. So that was kind of first trade and a little bit of a mistake, just a little bit impatient on the entry. I could have had a better entry, which would have saved a loss and had a nice win. That was the first lesson from today. However, like I said, we were forming this flag. I'm going to just draw it on here so we can really see it. And my second trade I took when we broke that flag to the downside. I took it with half size. So we have this flag right at pre-market low. EMAs are bearish. And then I was also looking at ES. And ES was relatively strong. ES was bouncing when and holding that pre-market low when NQ was kind of struggling. So also I had that relative weakness in NQ that made me want to look for shorts on NQ. ES wasn't presenting the setup. NQ looked much weaker. So that's why I went with NQ on this trade. It was relatively more weak. It had a nicer setup. EMAs were bearish. We got a 15-minute close pretty much right at that level. But it was looking, with these 5-minute closes looking weak, getting the retests and holding below that EMA. That kind of convinced me that we would get some move lower before we made a move back up. So I entered on the break. I entered half size because I was expecting to get a retest in which I was going to enter the other half of the size and look for new lows. But on the break, I sold most of that half size position. And then when we came up, it stopped me out for break even. But when it stopped me out for break even, I just re-entered full size because I was thinking of entering this trade full size regardless. So once it stopped me out break even, then I just entered full size on the retest of this EMA. And then I took it to low a day. My stop loss on this was just above pre-market low. So enter around 958 or 8, geez, what? 898. I don't know where I got the numbers from, but I was way off. 898 or so, or excuse me, 895, somewhere in there. And then my stop was just above pre-market high or low, so about like 12 points. Pretty tight stop. About a 20-point take profit, so about a 2-to-1, just under 2-to-1 risk to reward there. Didn't leave a runner. I could have. We dropped even lower, so maybe some money left on the table there. We've been riding that EMA pretty well, except for here. We just broke through. Now we're about to go up and test that 200-day moving average. Pretty crazy pump. CS doing the same thing. Oh yeah. So this could lead to a reversal on the day, which would be really interesting. So we'll see. But I'm done for the day. Key lesson: if I was a little bit more patient on my entry here, this wouldn't have been a loss. It would have been a nice win. But I did wait. When we got another setup, I took it without hesitation or fear, and it worked out as well, and we ended the day green. So can't complain. Overall, a decent day. I could do better. It could have been a nice day, just a one and done, had I just been a little bit more patient on my entry on my first trade. So lesson learned: be patient. It doesn't suck. It does suck to miss a move, but it sucks less than to enter a move prematurely and get stopped out and then watch it happen without you. So it's better to miss a move than to take a loss and miss the move. So be patient, get a good entry. You're not going to catch every single trade, and that's all right. I'm just pretty much saying this to myself because that would help me today. But we're up. We're up on the day, and this officially brings us up on the week by like $15. So whatever. But if we can close the week strong, we'll pass these accounts. We are $340 away. So if we can close the week strong, pass these accounts, we're feeling really solid heading into next week with 3 PAs ready to rip. And yeah, if I can do what I just did on these evals on my PAs, baby, I'm getting a payout. So we're ready. We're trying to get there. We're going to get there. It's a matter of time, taking it slow, taking it steady, using risk management. And that's what I am looking to do to keep this going. All right. Hope you have a great day. Peace out. Thanks for watching. I will be back the remainder of this week trading, hopefully making these live recaps or post-action recaps after my live stream. That's all I got. Take it easy. Peace.